Last time on the Leverage Lounge podcast, she built a 7-figure business, lost everything in 2008, and then rebuilt not just her income, but her entire identity. Her name is Colleen Otero. Before we get started, tell everybody where you are and where your business is today.
Yeah, I'm Colleen Otero, as Mike stated, and I'm based out of Orlando, but global. Like, I have clients, honestly, from all over. My community goes as far as Africa, UK, and honestly, just really helping women grow their brand and business and leverage their online presence, audience, making those connections. As far as business today, what does it look like? It looks different. The landscape has changed, teaching people how to monetize their personal brand, their stories, and diving deeper, making those heart connections. It's a constant pivot, but that's entrepreneurship. And so we're, again, leveraging what we already have and taking it to another level with platforms like YouTube and storytelling, and really getting our creative juices going and coming up with various ways to really highlight the life of a female founder and what it looks like today.
Take us back to that moment when everything collapsed.
Literally, as soon as I got out of high school, I went right into the beauty industry.
Yeah.
I was already someone making money as a young girl. And my summers, I had a line out my door waiting for girls to get their hair done. So I've always been entrepreneurial in that way. My parents wanted me to go more into the medical space. Of course, they're looking at those guaranteed jobs, right? Where the security is. The security to my family was the medical space, the legal space, the
good job with good benefits.
Yep. I couldn't stomach it though. I did have the people skills, but I could not stomach that medical space. So right out of high school, went into that beauty field and started working booth rental, building my clientele, had so many ups and downs with that. And then I finally decided to go more of a corporate franchise route. And that's where I really started to learn the importance of scalability, systemizing, being able to have systems in place that are duplicatable, even in how you teach your approach. And when I was at the franchise, I was part-time. So I went from part-time, then full-time, then into management, then into my own store, and then overseeing 6 stores and multiple employees. And the whole downtown region was my region. So then I got bored and I'm like, man, I think it's time for me to go into my own salon. And then at this time, we had already purchased our first home. We're looking at purchasing the second, have a young family. Like, it's really been a great experience, just up and up little by little. So we move out, we get the salon. At this time, we have, I want to say, about 5 different properties, and the market crash hits. And so salon sales are down. Renters can't afford rent. We're seeing the effects of it in every area of our life. And so little by little, we go through the short sale process. We go through looking within our network if we have anybody willing to purchase. No one wants to purchase anything at this time, the homes that we had. And so we eventually just bite the bullet, go through what we have to go through to get all these properties short sold. We end up moving in with family, my parents, party of 6, moving in with Mom Dukes.
Oh, man. I can only imagine.
The humility. And 2 months turned into 2 years of rebuilding, getting credit back, rebranding, figuring things out. What does it look like now for us? Because we were just fine with being full-time entrepreneurs, but someone has to get a stable paycheck. Someone has to get health insurance. And so that was really my husband. He was the one that was like, I gotta work. I got to get a job. At the time, he was getting like little odd and end jobs here and there in retail. We did what we had to do. Family came through, and we just learned a lot. Our marriage got stronger. What would usually break a lot of couples, it really made our family stronger, made our family unit tighter. And it was tough.
Did you have any moments in there though? Was there any moments where y'all were like, I'm tired of looking
Tons.
at
You
you.
go
You
to
tired of
that
looking at me.
side.
Yeah, exactly. And the house ain't but so big. So there's one side to the other isn't that far, especially at mom's house, right?
Well, thank God my mom has a big house, but
Oh, well,
she
good.
does like, you go upstairs and you go over there. I'm gonna be over here. But in that time, what we were just figuring things out. Lots of prayer, lots of fasting, lots of seeking God to figure out what's next. I'm the more, again, entrepreneurial one. And so I'm very savvy. I have a lot of ideas. I
Yeah.
love networking. I started selling jewelry, beauty products, anything of that nature, got back behind the chair, kept seeing clients. And that was when I really began to, here's the word, leverage my social media. That was when everything that was in my fingertips and figured out how can I optimize it all.
Be sure to catch the Leverage Lounge podcast live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern on YouTube.